Welcome back to this stacked show we've had so far. Pro Wrestling Throwdown. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. In-studio producer Max Fury. My son Jordan. It's time for and the Barracuda. Get out of here, Barracuda. We are armchair booking. For those of you who haven't seen it before, we pick a topic. Could be something that's already happened. Could be something that hasn't happened yet. Could be a complete fantasy scenario. We book it the way we'd like to see it. And something we found interesting was that Cody Rhodes now owns the Four Horsemen trademark. So, obviously, they would have to exist in AEW. Luke, who are your new Four Horsemen in the AEW universe?
All right, see.
What you see here?
Why am I getting all these old gimmicks? Honestly, with AEW picking up the trademark, I think that only betters the fact that you can build people the right way.
Agreed.
That's how they did the Horsemen in the beginning. They were all built as a stable of workhorses that could go.
Agreed.
And in AEW, there's a plethora of people who can go.
Completely agreed.
If I was going to go with the Horsemen, I think first you need a solid tag team.
Yep.
With a tag team, it gets no better than FTR. It gets no better
right it doesn't.
They're the spitting image of Tully and Arn.
Yep.
They work together.
They are the modern day brainbusters.
They can mat work. They can power wrestle. They don't need to come off the top rope. They don't need to, no flips, just fists.
That's right.
Which I hope that they keep that.
Oh, me too. Me too. It's great.
But you got your solid base. You got your tag team. Next, you would need your enforcer. With your enforcer, I think, honestly, Dustin Rhodes. Sorry.
Dustin Rhodes is the enforcer.
Dustin Rhodes is the enforcer. He's got the history on his side. He's got the size. He's a huge Texan. Which, if you look at the Horsemen in the past, you had Barry Windham.
Mm-hmm.
You had Ole. You had Luger at a point. They were all the enforcers. Sid Vicious, enforcer.
Yeah.
Until, Scissors incident. But you think about it, Dustin is perfect.
Okay.
He fits the mold. He's
experience.
Tough as shit.
Yep.
You need your enforcer to be able to back up everybody in the
Sure.
group. Okay. For your leader, Shawn Spears.
Shawn Spears,
he's getting the push from Tully, which means you can't do Cody. In my opinion, you can't do Cody Rhodes because he's already champion.
Yeah, he would be the foil. He would be the Rhodes to the Flair.
Right.
He would be the foil. He'd have to be.
Right. See, what I would go with is I would put Spears in. He's got the backing from one of the original Horsemen.
Yep.
He's being managed by Tully. Tully could then play the James J. Dillon of the group, being the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Shawn Spears wouldn't have to say anything. FTR doesn't have to. They don't need words. And of course, Dustin Rhodes never needed words.
Agreed.
You've got a mouthpiece who was a Horseman, one of the original. I mean, it fits, man.
Yeah,
Shawn Spears has that flair mystique about him. The man can go.
Yeah.
He's been flailing a little bit. That's why I think that putting him as the head of these boys, he could learn from them. They could learn from him.
Agreed.
A cohesive unit. I think that's the way you go, man. Spears, FTR, Dustin Rhodes.
Now here's my version of AEW's Four Horsemen. I'm with you on FTR. Obviously, they are the quintessential heel tag team of today, and it wouldn't make any other sense to put any other team in that place, especially the way they work. I'd keep Shawn Spears, but Shawn Spears would be the Tully. Shawn Spears would be my enforcer. Here's why. The vicious chair shot he fed Cody. If you feed off of that, Shawn can go. Shawn can fight.
Oh, yeah.
And if you cut him loose, you let him be that character.
Right.
And for your leader, for your modern day Ric Flair, kiss the ring, baby. MJF. Motherfucking JF.
I think that MJF would definitely be a good heel for that, but the thing with MJF is I think that if you put MJF in that position that it could potentially water down his heel act.
Now see, and I've considered that too, but
Because if you put him in, you got to put Wardlow as his.
Fuck him. We don't need Wardlow anymore. We don't need him.
Don't think so?
I love Wardlow. No, in this particular setup of this gimmick, no, you wouldn't need Wardlow because you'd have.
Well, you'd have the other guys back. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And then, of course, Tully taking the James J. Dillon position. I think that's your new generation.
I think MJF would definitely be a great horseman. I just don't think that he needs it.
No, he doesn't need it, and that's the other part too. But honestly, Flair didn't need to be a horseman. Flair was a horseman.
Well, I mean, technically, in the beginning, Flair wasn't a horseman. The horsemen were his backup.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and yes, MJF with those group of boys would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't agree. What I'm saying is, I don't think that for the way MJF's going in his character development, I don't think he needs them.
No,
I think that
it would change the way MJF is portrayed as a heel. And naturally, he wouldn't need to be in a group like that
because he would never give those boys equal billing.
Well, no, absolutely
because that goes against everything he has to say.
With the "you're better than me," he probably wouldn't fit.
See, now that's one thing Flair did do. Flair was
Flair
like, "I've got Horseman, I've got Tully." Yeah.
Well, if not MJF, it'd have to be another solid mouthpiece. It'd have to be somebody who could talk. Yeah. It'd have to be someone who could go. It would have to be someone who could elevate the tag teams with a main event presence. Elevate Shawn Spears with the main event presence.
And he'd also have to fit.
And he'd have to fit that mold.
I know who you want to say. Just say it.
I'm genuinely thinking.
Really?
I really genuinely
I thought you would go somewhere else with that.
Where'd you think I was going to go?
I was thinking you were going to talk something about the idea of maybe Omega. Or Hangman Page.
Let's see, if Shawn were taking the Flair position, then absolutely, Hangman Page for the Tully, because he is the modern day Tully Blanchard. Anyone who doesn't see that's
right,
crazy. Omega, hell no. Omega doesn't have. He's not. When you think Four Horsemen, you've got to think the high profile lifestyle because that comes with it. You've got to think about the tailored suits, the Rolexes. That's not Omega. And even if he started behaving that way now, it would be fake. It would be for a story. And the Horsemen lived the lifestyle.
Right.
They were
would you go the legend route? Would you make Jericho the head of the Horsemen?
No. I think because Jericho in this situation, Jericho's a funk, or Jericho's.
Well, see, I seen him as being the rock star, which kind of makes him the Ric Flair angle.
See, but I think he works more with having toadies. Rather than having standing
there, he's not a serious. He doesn't work the serious
right, and Jericho needs lackeys.
Yeah,
Four Horsemen were not lackeys.
No, by no means.
Protected one another. They worked together.
Correct.
But they have to be guys that believably fit into that mold.
I mean, like I said, I don't disagree with your choice for MJF. I just don't see how it would fit.
How it would benefit MJF.
He doesn't. He wouldn't. And like I said, he won't give the other guys credit.
Yeah, no.
So that's not him.
Yeah.
Which means you would have to technically change his gimmick.
And we don't want to do that.
No, God, no.
What do you guys think? Who do you think the modern day Four Horsemen in AEW are now? Now that Cody has the trademark, what do you think? Who would you put the title on? Let us know by email.
Yeah.
ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com.
Facebook. Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown.
Or like, subscribe, and leave us a comment down below.
Hit that bell.
Stay tuned for the mailbag.